Hey, aloha and welcome to Beach Walks with Rocks. Today is show number 341 and you can find us at beachwalks.tv. So I'm running solo today. Secret cameraman is back at the computer working away today, and Lexi and I are here at the beach. And you know, there's been a lot of brouhaha going on the video blogging list on the internet. There's a group of well over 2,000 people that are on that list discussing the topic of video blogging. And what's been happening lately is that all of these companies are springing up that do what is known as aggregate videos. And so because most of the video blogs by definition put out what's called an RSS feed, allowing people to syndicate and easily get the content. It was very windy today. That means anybody can grab that RSS feed and then play it on their websites. So that's what's happening, and some of these websites are playing what we would call fair, and some are not playing fair. They're putting ads, actually embedding ads in the videos in some cases, and putting ads all around the videos. And anyway, obviously setting up sites to make a profitable business for themselves without putting links back to our sites, or in many cases, and of course not compensating us at all, even though their whole business is based on our content. And it's bringing up this really common problem in humanity, which is how do we solve these conflicts when it's really not about the facts? Because on the one hand, we want people to watch our shows and we want our content distributed. On the other hand, it begs the question, if someone else is profiting from that, how do we balance the situation? And what happens is people are arguing about the words and the facts, and that's going to be really a no-win situation, because you can find so many examples of where the facts make sense and examples where the facts don't make sense on a person-by-person basis. You know, it's just like winter. Right here today for me, it's winter. But where you are, it might be a completely different version of winter. And so if we were going to talk about what winter is, and that winter is snow and winter is cold, well, I could say, well, my winter isn't snow, but my winter is cold. And you might say, well, that's not cold. 65 degrees is not cold. 30 degrees is cold. 10 degrees is cold. And so life is so much about this nuance, about the gray space, even about the empty space between the words. And it becomes very, very challenging, doesn't it, to come up with formulas where we can all agree to play by the rules. Because we can't even agree on what the rules should be. And then invariably there are going to be people who like to break the rules. And indeed, that's where a lot of creativity comes from, isn't it? This struggle that we have about thinking outside the box, that sometimes that's really encouraged, and sometimes, of course, it's very much discouraged. So some days life is really challenging, and that's why I love coming down to the beach for beach walks and remembering that there are no absolutes. Much as we want them sometimes, every time we try to put an absolute rule in place, I think it ends up causing as many problems and certainly confusions as it attempts to solve. And so that means that we get to live life on a moment-by-moment, breath-by-breath basis. We get to make our own decisions. We get to change our minds as much as we want as new information flows in. So it's not an answer to any problems, I'm sorry to say for you today, but hopefully at least it's a smile and a breath and a little bit of aloha to share with you today. So if you'd like to Skype, the Skype is Roxanne Darling. If you'd like to call, the number is 949-544-1456. And before I close, a very special mahalo nui to Greg. Thank you so much for signing up for a Beach Walks share, monthly share, subscription to Beach Walks. We really appreciate that. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll talk to you soon. Aloha.